Hi everyone, welcome back to the North Texas Prepper channel, and today's video is going to be kind of different. I'm actually going to use a couple items here, my iPad, my work phone, with some different information on it that I want to get to everybody. Yesterday, it was announced by the judge who's handling everything here. His name is Jenkins, the Dallas County judge, that starting Saturday, today by the way, is April 17th, 2020. I did a video at the park yesterday and I had the date wrong, and I had, what else? And plus it was real windy. I had something else wrong too, so I guess Saturday's date. But anyway, I digress. Today's video, I want to give you an update on the Texas or Dallas area COVID and the national. But then also something was announced yesterday that Jenkins announced a new amendment to what's going on around here. So anyway, the Texas numbers, I'm not going to give you exactly. I'm just going to tell you that the total case count as of yesterday was 2,066 with 50 deaths in Dallas County. So the national, so let's go back. So what they did when it hit those numbers yesterday, starting Saturday, the 18th of April, 2020, any essential workers will have to wear face masks. And they don't have to be masked. They can be just a cloth covering is what they're calling it. Why? Because they know there's no mask available. They know that most of the places that sell masks are taking them for their employees and fulfilling online orders first. So the masks don't even make it. If they get them in, they're not even making it to the shelves to give people an opportunity to purchase them. So there's a lot of people making and selling face coverings. We made our own face coverings with and through using the video with bandanas. I just happened to have brand new 3-packs of bandanas I had purchased a couple months ago. And we made them with those, and all it takes is the bandana, shows you how to fold it, and a couple of the hair ties. And they work awesome. My wife has also ordered, I think, a half a dozen different ones from Amazon or somewhere, and then we have a friend that's been making them, and actually my wife has even helped her do some pre-sew assembly work for hers, and she's been doing real well. And we put in a request to get to the top of the line last night to get some of those cloth face coverings in. Let me see if I can get this ad off of here. So it'll say what you need to know about the new facial covering order in Dallas County. Dallas County health officials confirmed Thursday afternoon that 80 more people have tested positive for the new coronavirus, bringing the total case count to 2,066. Boy, my lips just ain't working today. There were also 7 additional deaths reported in Dallas County, bringing the total to 50. That's not counting the surrounding counties, just Dallas County. The following information about the victims was released by county health officials. 2 men in their 60s, a man in his 70s, a woman in her 70s, all who had been critically ill at local hospitals. The 3 men lived in Dallas and the woman lived in Garland, which we live right next to Garland. 3 residents at Dallas long-term care facilities who had been ill at local hospitals also died, officials announced. The victims include a man in his 70s, a man in his 80s, and a woman in her 80s. Local health officials believe that the state will reach its peak in cases in late April or early May. Jenkins said 23 hours ago, he texted, to better protect you and our frontline heroes, we are requiring all visitors to essential businesses and essential business employees and riders of public transportation to wear a cloth covering starting this Saturday, which is April 18th, 2020. There are a lot more cars on the road this week, he mentioned. That's a concern. which means people are kind of getting out more when they shouldn't be. If a few of us slack off on making good personal responsibility decisions, we not only put public health at risk, but are prolonging this for ourselves and everyone. So those were just a couple texts that Clay Jenkins, the judge for Dallas County, put out yesterday. So let's talk about that. Starting Saturday, that means if I'm out in a public place, whether it's a grocery store, a bank, or wherever, I've got to have a face covering on. I wanted to go down and grab mine that we had made with the bandana before I got started, and I didn't, of course. Anyway, so what, how do I feel about that? I don't know if it's too little too late. I think people should have been ordered to wear face masks back in the beginning. Why does it take so long to make the decision? Anyway, we have to do it, right? So, man, I just thinking about it, I have been seeing more and more people wearing masks in their cars, walking their dogs, walking around the park, riding their bikes, out and about in the stores, in the marketplace. When I'm doing my job, I see more and more people out. A couple people in the warehouse where I work. I don't work in the warehouse, but the guys that work there, a couple of them are wearing them. It hasn't been mandatory. We have been using a lot of gloves, going through and using a lot of gloves. After every delivery, I change a new pair of gloves for each delivery. And there's people that don't do that. There's people that put on a pair of gloves and wear them all day long. Well, what good are you doing with that? Because you're still touching your face, touching other things. It's getting all over the place. You're touching your steering wheel. You got to change those gloves. Every different interaction that you have to be putting on new pairs of gloves. I mean, I put on a pair of gloves. I use them. I take them off. I use hand sanitizer. Boom. Like driving my car, I'll do my hands and then I spread it on the steering wheel and on the door lock and window stuff, just doing what I can. Anyway, so starting tomorrow, April 18th, Dallas County, if you're an essential worker or if you're visiting essential working places, stores, banks, whatever kind of public place you're going to, you have to have a face covering on. I don't mean to be redundant, but that's just the way it is. So anyway, let's talk about some other numbers. The global confirmed cases as of April 17th, 2020 today, 2,181,508, 147,337 deaths, and total recovered 554,899. U.S. confirmed cases 671,493. Total deaths 33,288. Total recovered 56,236. Here's an interesting piece of information. The Wuhan death toll was revised upward by 50% as China's economy shrinks for the first time since 1976. The Japanese Prime Minister says the World Health Organization needs to be inspected after the pandemic, which goes along with what Trump did by stopping the funding for them. That's a bad deal. Research the guy who's heading that up right now. Where he's been before, what he's done before, he's no good. How did he get in that position? Money. He bought his way in. He bought his way in to be the head of the World Health Organization, the WHO. Just go do your research. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now and explain who this guy is. There's plenty of information out there. He is no good. He purchased his way in with money, and has no business being there. That's all I got to say about that. Let's see what else we have here. Coronavirus leaves older Americans cut off. You know, they're cut off from their families and all that. Let's see. Combat coronavirus with the CDC Foundation $10 million matched. Whatever, I guess they're matching up to $10 million if you donate. So, anyway, guys, that's what's happening. Starting tomorrow in Dallas County. There's no time limit on it. As far as I know. You know, sometime in May. Donald Trump, the president, Mr. Donald Trump, yesterday they revealed and went over the three or four phase program for reopening America. And you know how sometimes people just make things harder than they are, and I know you have to be careful and things like that, but it, to me, is a lot of gobbledygook. And at the end, it literally says, you know, there's no time frame. It's like these affected areas have to prove that they've improved for 14 days before they can start. So, I mean, who knows how long this is going to last. End of April, beginning of May, end of May, June, July. We don't know. I feel like the only reason, I mean, I think the damage has been done already. What is it? This week it was another 5 million people, I think, applied or registered for unemployment. So now it's over 22 million people in the last 4 weeks, 3 weeks. You hear people talking about getting back to normal. We won't get back to the normal of before coronavirus, but we can get back to a new normal. What that's going to be like, what it's going to look like, sound like, feel like, taste like, hear like, who knows? I keep saying, you know, we're one thing that we've done is we've created millions of freaking germaphobes. You know, I mean, I'll wash my hands and then I'll go blow my nose, so I got to wash my hands again and put on hand sanitizer, and then I'll do something and I'm like, oh, I mean, it's just, and I had a problem before then, right? I mean, being around the house, petting the dogs, whatever, boom, I go wash my hands. So, and now it's like squared. I mean, it's on overdrive. I actually got a hand sanitizer right here on my desk, and got it on my notebook. So, anyway, guys, stay safe. Let me know your feelings down below, how you think it's going. What do you think about the new Dallas County? Do you think the other counties are going to follow suit around the area and start saying that if you're an essential business worker, or if you're visiting essential businesses, that you need to have face coverings on? Let me know. Anything, your ideas on how long it may last, your ideas about the whole thing, I don't know. Get down below in the comments and get it going. I like to get the conversation started. So, thanks for watching. You know, who knows? Just, I don't want to say grin and bear it, because it's not a joke. It's not a comical thing. But some of the things I see, I just shake my head and laugh a little bit. And anyway, stay positive, stay focused, stay fired up. Believe that America has always come back, and we will come back from this. People say that we're in it together. Yes, we are. And that's why it takes everybody, the younger generation, the middle-aged, the older generation, everybody doing their part about having common sense to control this the best we can, to keep it not getting to the original numbers that they're that their models showed. I mean, the numbers are way, way lower. And I'm going to make this statement now, and I make this statement with 100% belief in it, that if our president would not have closed the borders from China and then added the other areas also, that it would be 100 times worse right now in the United States. Easily. So give him that much credit for going against a lot of people's information. Like, oh no, you shouldn't do that yet. It's too early. And no, you can't do that. And yada, yada. And look, that saved us from this thing just going bonkers. There's some areas that are pretty heavy hit. You know, Michigan, New York, L.A. There's areas that have gotten, hit pretty hard. But nothing like what it could have been. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Get down below. Like I said, comment. Let's get it going. Like the video. That helps. I don't monetize my videos, but I'm trying to grow the channel. And without doing that, they don't put you out there that much when you're not monetizing because they want to place ads. But I'm not into that. I don't do it for that reason. I work full time. I have businesses from home. I don't need to make money from YouTube. So anyway, share it. Would love to have you share it on LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you can share, Instagram, Facebook. Send it to people that you want to hear it. And I love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking the time. Of course, it went longer than I wanted it to. But wanted to get some of that information out to you. I've never really shared the numbers. But the biggest thing was the new amendment starting tomorrow about the face coverings in Dallas County. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay fired up. We'll see you on the next video.